Alright folks, let me show you around. Show you around my little kitchen area here. It's my little kitchen area on my balcony right here. Staying at this hotel in Cebu City in the Philippines. And Ayala Mall is right over that way. Folks, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight, I am going to make honey garlic chicken stir fry in this rice cooker right here. This is about a $10 rice cooker. You know, I mean that's all you need right here, folks, to cook a damn good meal. I'm gonna tell you, that's just the way it is. And this rice cooker, just for your reference, that's a, what is that? 5 cups. It looks like this one's a 5-cup size. Just bought this at the mall. It's seen a lot of action. Got a little dents going on there. But this rice cooker's quality. Paid about, like I said, about 10 bucks for it. Got a couple little cheap pans right here. This is my spice rack up here. But what I'm gonna tell you, folks, tonight, honey garlic chicken stir fried rice in the rice cooker on my little, just beautiful little patio here at this hotel. I'm at the Welcome Hotel in Cebu City in the Philippines. Favorite place to stay in Cebu. So I appreciate you guys joining me. And you know what? This is going to be absolutely delicious. I promise you. And I'm not some professional chef, but it's like my old man said, you know, my old man knows how to cook. My dad's a good cook. He said, you know what? I can cook better than any woman I know. I mean, that don't mean he wants to cook every night, but he has that ability. And I'm kind of the same way, folks. I'm not gonna cook every night, but I'm getting, as I age, I'm getting more and more to where I want to cook my own food, because I know it's gonna be delicious. I know it's fresh. I know what went in it. And for example, on this recipe here, if you look at most recipes on the internet, they're gonna tell you to put what? Put cornstarch in there, baking soda, baking powder. All these unnatural ingredients that you don't really have to put into your meal. So when I cook, I only want to just put natural ingredients, folks. Chicken, vegetables. I mean, the ketchup's a little bit processed, some of the sauce a little bit, but I don't need to put all of these products that aren't natural, because they are not necessary. And I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful meal. I got my list together. About to go over to the supermarket at Ayala Mall. And really all I got to do is pick up some chicken, vegetables, a couple items, and some beer. And then we're going to come right back here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to make some badass, you know, honey garlic chicken fried rice, stir fry, whatever you want to call it, right here in this little gym right here, folks. Look at that. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me, folks. Thanks for being a subscriber and riding along on my adventures here. Hope you get something out of this video. Alright folks, so here we go. Just got back from the store. Give you a quick rundown on all the ingredients here. Obviously we need some rice. Got some chicken. A little bit of brown sugar. Got some garlic. A little soy sauce. And this is just for later. This is like an added coup de grace right here. This is a little sweet chili sauce. We got honey. We got some oil. Obviously need water. I'm only going to need a couple eggs. A little, maybe 1 carrot. I got some garlic salt. You know, when you're using garlic, no need for garlic powder and salt. Just get the damn garlic salt. You know, simplify your life. I got some onions. And I got these green peas. Now this might or might not go, because I'm going to have to get into this can of green peas with my Leatherman tool, because I don't got a can opener. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with getting my rice over here into the rice cooker. And this isn't going to be scientific at all. Okay? This isn't going to be scientific at all. I'll get my camera person to help me out here. When I say 1 cup of rice, oh, it's gonna be a cup. You know what I mean? It's either gonna be this cup or this cup right here, or half a cup. Because I don't got any measuring. I don't have any any measuring devices here. So it's just everything is going to be eyeballed. Plus I've been drinking a few beers, so I'm not worried about it. If I can get this thing undone here. God damn, whoever tied this knot right here, put it in there in a hurry. Hold on, let me stop it so I can get it in this knot. Alright folks, I'm back. Okay, I just tore that damn bag apart because it was taking too much time. So what I'm gonna do here, I think this might be too much. I think I'm gonna go with this little cup right here. I'm gonna scoop into my rice right there a little bit more. So I'm gonna go with this right here. I'm gonna go with three. This is 3/4 of a plastic cup. By no means is this scientific. So I'm gonna go with 3/4 of that cup. And usually what I like to do, folks, is I like to go with a little bit more water than rice. A lot of people do 50-50. They do 1-to-1 ratio. But I'm going to go with 3/4 of a cup of rice. And I'm going to go with a full cup of water. And I think that's a better ratio because I don't want the rice to stick. Pretty simple here. Just plug this bad boy in. And if you'll see right here on the front, real simple. Flip it over to cook. Alright, and I got me a spoon right here. Just give it a little stir. Give it a little quick stir right here. Alright, so while this rice is cooking, now we're going to do all the prep work. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on my rice right here. Let's set this out of the way. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to take this chicken and I'm going to chop up this chicken into some small chunks right here. I don't want the chunks too big. I don't want them to take too long to cook. All right, I like all my chicken to be done, cooked, you know, almost to the point of brown, just like I like my women. Okay, I don't like chicken that's not cooked. I don't like any meat that's undercooked. I like my shit cooked. That's the way I like it, folks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this chicken first. I'm just gonna wash it off a little bit, so if the camera lady can follow me over here. And see, if you got a hotel room, folks, with a little little balcony like this. You know, you got a little balcony going on. You know what I mean? You can do all kind of cooking here. I'm gonna wash this chicken off just to make sure that it's nice and clean, just a little bit. I mean, trust me, I've eaten food in all kind of different conditions, but when I'm cooking, you know, it's better just to be a little bit safer with the way you're cooking your food here. Go ahead and wash my hands. All right. Get one of the hotel towels. Hope they don't mind. All right. So what I'm going to do now? I'm just going to chop this chicken up. I'm going to chop this chicken up into some small pieces. All right. And I don't want it in too big of pieces. That's my preference because I want it to cook. I want it to cook quickly. I want it to cook thoroughly. I don't want to have to sit there and wait, especially when you're cooking in a rice cooker. You know, it's not like you're cooking in an oven for 45 minutes. You want this stuff to cook. So I'm going to kind of just dice it up into some little chunks here. And folks, I'm not a professional chef, so you know, don't go with my knife safety techniques here. Okay, but I'm not going to mince it, but I am going to cut it up into small chunks because that's my preference. About that size right there, folks. Cut this bad boy up. Try not to cut the when I video, folks, I'm not using any spectacular equipment. I'm using an iPhone 8 Plus, and I'm using the headphones that come with it. I could probably upgrade my microphone, to be honest with you, but when you're shooting 4K at 60 frames a second on the iPhone, it's hard to beat. It's just too easy to edit the video and get it live to you guys when you're working off an iPhone. But with it, you know, I don't have a wireless mic, so I'm trying not to cut my cord here while I'm cutting up the chicken. And folks, it's almost like I got enough chicken for tomorrow. I really think I've got enough chicken for tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is take one of these pieces of chicken and maybe save it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to save one piece of chicken. I think I do. So I think I'm going to put that chicken over there in my coffee mug. Probably not the best place for it. I'm going to cut this bad boy in half right here. I'll put that over there in the coffee mug. I'm going to save that tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a cream of chicken and rice. I picked up a little flavor packet because at the market they had cream of mushroom, cream of broccoli, they had tomato soup. But here at the market, at the grocery store in Cebu I went to, they did not have cream of chicken soup. But I found it in the mix form. So tomorrow night, if I decide to get energetic, tomorrow night I'm gonna make some cream of chicken soup and rice. It's gonna be delicious. So look, I think that's plenty of chicken right there. You know, it's just me and my old lady. Now, she is Filipina, so she does love to eat, folks. If you get a Filipina, she loves to eat. Especially when the foreign guy cooks for her, so. But I think this is gonna be plenty of chicken. So just look at that, folks. That's fresh chicken from the market right there. Okay, just dump her off down in there. And we'll go ahead and put a lid on this bad boy. And then I'm going to secure that in the cooler. So I'm going to stop the video just for a second. I'll be right back with you. All right, folks. So I got this chicken down in my coffee mug. You know, when you're when you're rolling portable and mobile, you just use what you got. It'll clean up. But I'm going to save this chicken for tomorrow's meal. And well, maybe tomorrow morning I'll take it out. I'll have some dishes left over so I can have my morning coffee. Alright, so I got that chicken secured right there. Alright, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wash my cutting board here. You're in Southeast Asia, other parts of the world, outside the West. I'm going to be honest with you. People aren't, the culture and everything is not as, what's the word? You could use the word obsessive, anal, whatever. But like most people are not going to clean a cutting board when they cook up some chicken on it. They're just going to keep driving on. But you know, I grew up in the U.S., so if I cut meat on a cutting board, it's just ingrained in my nature. I just go ahead and clean it up. Go ahead and clean it up because we're going to chop vegetables on this bad boy. Alright, back over here to the table. Alright, so what I got now, actually I'm going to pull these out and wash them. But we're going to chop up all this garlic, because I like heavy garlic when I'm cooking. Because folks, let's be honest, when you put some garlic in a dish, that garlic cooks down so much. I'm a fiend for garlic, and I'm a fiend for onions. You know, like that movie Goodfellas. Vinny, don't put too many onions in the sauce. I didn't put too many onions, fool. I put 3 small onions. Well, listen, I believe when I'm cooking, you can never have too many onions or too much garlic. So I'm gonna bring these bad boys over here. I'm gonna wash these things up right quick, and we'll chop them up. So I'll probably stop the video, but this is what I got right here, folks. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 small onions and 4 small things of garlic for this meal, and I'm using every bit of these things. Okay, so go ahead and stop just a second. All right, folks. So try not to cut my finger off here. Just trim up these red onions just a little bit. And I'm not too particular about trimming up my vegetables, you know. Like when I eat potatoes, I don't peel potatoes. I eat the damn peeling. So we're gonna peel these onions up just a little bit. And the way I'm gonna prep these guys, let's get this out of here. The way I'm gonna prep these guys, I'm gonna chop them up. Yeah, sort of smaller pieces because we're going with the stir fry. So I'm going to show you just how fine I'm going to chop it up, and we'll fast forward. Chop this guy up here. Shit, I'm about to cut my iPhone cord here. So we'll chop this dude. Chop him up. Sort of thin, you know. I mean, I guess if you're in the West, you got one of those food choppers, whatever, you just chop it up real quick. But you know, like I said, I'm living out of hotel rooms and campsites and villages, and I'm lucky to have this knife. This is a new acquisition because I was cutting everything up with my Leatherman tool, but I love that Leatherman tool, and I didn't want to dull the blade. So that's about it right there. All right, so you get the point. That's what I'm going to do with these onions. And I'm going to chop this up, and then we'll carry on from there. Folks, about this rice, you know. Some people just let this stuff stay here, but I don't. You know what I do? I stir this rice a little bit. I don't want it to stick. See, it's starting to stick right here. I'm gonna flick that on warm. I'm probably gonna add just a little bit of water to this guy. I'm gonna add a little bit of water because I don't want this shit to stick and I have to clean up a big mess when I'm trying to continue on my cooking operations. So we got a little bit more water going into the rice. Putting a little bit of stirring. Keep it from sticking. And I've already flicked it on warm, and I think it's going to work out good. Okay, who do I trust, me or a $10 rice cooker? Well, to be honest, I trust me a little bit more. All right, folks. So I got a little help going on here. Got my Filipina chopping this up right here. Now I'm going to try to get into this can with a Leatherman tool. That's all I got. I don't have a can opener, but I do have a Leatherman tool. So what I'm going to do is try to get in this thing right quick, see if it'll work. Let's see if I can get in there with this joker. I think so. So, you know, you make do with what you got. So I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to try to make enough cuts in this dude where I can get the peas out of this guy. There's a couple little cuts right there. That's gonna get the juice out. I need the peas out of there. Try not to get any of those little metal shards. So I think I've succeeded. Try not to cut myself. Just kind of lift this guy up. I think if I get this man, I'll be good. There we go. Put that down. Try not to get any of the metal into my peas. Alright, I think one more will do it. Oh yeah, look at that, folks. Look at that. So now get my peas out of here. Put my peas into a, you know what? I'll just put the peas in this cup. There we go. See if we can get these peas out. The peas want to cooperate. Looks like the juice did. But the peas don't want to cooperate as much as the juice. Son of bitches. Come on out of there. Alright, well, let's readdress the problem here. Go up with the things here. You know what? I know there's a more scientific way to do this. When you had a few beers, you just go whatever works. Okay. So it looks like we got our peas in there. That's it. That's how we get the peas out with the Leatherman tool. Bought this thing, the PX in Fallujah, Iraq, Camp Bahariya, 2008. It's been a wonderful piece of equipment. It's a lighter one. It's called the Leatherman Kick. I don't even think they make them anymore. Alright, so let's take a look at the rice one more time. Okay, it looks good. I put it on warm. I think that it's going to fluff up nicely, so I'm just going to let that sit right there. So we're good with the rice. And back to the chopping operation, folks. So we're gonna chop this up, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make the sauce. All right, folks, this is where I'm at. I dumped the onions in here with the chicken. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook the onions and the garlic and the carrots right along with the chicken. So that's where I'm at right now. Chopping this up, it's going in here. But while this is waiting, I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce, just to kind of marinate it a little bit. This is Silver Swan soy sauce. So not to get too complicated, but just put a little soy sauce in there. And I'm gonna take this and just stir it up a little bit. And as we get the other ingredients chopped up, I'm gonna put them in there. Simplicity. That's the way I cook. Don't get too complicated. Just put the shit in there. Mix it up. Alright, and the rice is almost done, and like I had to add some more water to this rice. I'm not an expert rice engineer, cooker by no means, but it's almost done. And next I'm going to start on the sauce, which is basically just going to be honey, ketchup, garlic powder, a little bit of soy sauce, brown sugar, and some water. I'll show you that in just a second. Oh, and I also got to scramble a couple of those eggs right there. Alright, so the garlic's going in the chicken. So we got garlic, chicken, a little soy sauce, and the onions. We just need the carrots. A little more garlic and the carrots. Alright, folks. I took the rice out and put the rice in this bowl right here. And what happened is exactly what I didn't want to happen. The damn rice stuck a little bit. So I'm going to boil this water in here, try to get that out of there right quick before I continue my cooking. That's just my luck. But I took the rice out. So I've got the rice over here. I'm going to set this aside. Got the rice just chilling over here. And we'll boil this while we're still working. We've added a little bit more garlic to the mix. Final chop on the onions. And then we got to add in the carrots again. Okay, folks. I'm still trying to boil this rice cooker right here. Just clean out the bottom. So I got it boiling. This stuff's coming out. Once this comes out, I'm going to proceed with the cooking operations. But that's just my luck. I'm using the flash, the light on the iPhone, but let me show you something. See this little thing right here? This is a solar rechargeable light, because my light out here on the patio is burnt out. I got to get them to fix it tomorrow. I want to show you this thing right here. You flip it upside down during the day and just let it charge. And then at night, and you can blow this up. It's got two little things you can hang it from. At night, you can turn this thing on. Now, one of my little LEDs burn out, but it's got low, it's got high, and it's got blink. So you got low, high, and blink. And if you put this thing on low, believe it or not, this thing will last all night long. Pretty cool little piece of kit. You can hang it there. So we're just kind of using that as a little extra lighting out here because our bulb is burning out. Alright, so this thing's starting to heat up, so I'm getting all this off of here. So if your rice cooker sticks, like the old lady said, just put some water in there and get it to boiling. It'll come out. So while this is boiling, I'm cleaning up my mess. I'm going to take you over here and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the sauce. Alright, well first of all, this is our chicken. It's marinating onions, garlic, carrots, soy sauce. Okay, we got our eggs. I'm going to scramble 2 eggs. Alright, but this is what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to take a little ketchup. And there is nothing scientific about my methods. Alright, it's all going to be based on your taste anyhow. So I put a little bit of ketchup in there. I'm going to put a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, this is our brown sugar right here. Maybe a few ants mixed in this thing because ants got in it the other day, but no problem. I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar. Oh, maybe too much, but that's alright. Be sweet. Okay, now for the honey. You know, be careful when you buy the honey. I was standing there looking at this honey, and this girl came up, and she was in a hurry, and she grabbed something and left. And what she grabbed was honey flavored syrup. So I think when she gets home and realizes what she's done, her meal is not going to turn out as delicious as mine. So I put about a half of that thing of honey in there. And instead of the salt and the garlic powder, why not just go with garlic salt? We're going to give it a pretty good dose of garlic salt right there. What is that? Maybe a teaspoon? Hell, I don't know. All right, and we're going to mix up this sauce right here. We're going to mix it up. I'm going to check the consistency. See if we got enough. Okay, and that's tasting a little bit too ketchup-y for me. So I think I put a little too much ketchup, so I'm going to have to back it up. I'm going to have to come back with the honey. That's fine, because I got a big pot of chicken over there. So we might end up using this whole thing of honey right here to offset the ketchup. I mean, it's all depending on your taste buds, but I want to taste more of the honey than I do the ketchup. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. A little bit better thickness there. I think we need to go with a shot more of soy sauce. Just a shot. And then I'm going full Monty on the honey. You know, like I said, that's a big thing of chicken. By the time we add the rice, this gonna be a meal for a bunch of people. I'm just gonna go all in on the honey. So I've almost used this whole thing right here. You know, only time's gonna tell. You know, you can get on the internet, YouTube. You can, you know, read these different people. Everybody's got a different opinion about how much to put. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm gonna take a smell. Maybe too much on the soy sauce. Maybe too much on the soy sauce. So I'm gonna try to kill it out with going all in on the honey. You know, in some of these recipes, they don't call for soy sauce. They don't call for soy sauce, but you know what? I'm in the Philippines. People love soy sauce over here, so I can't go wrong. But I think I need to use all this honey right here. I'll go ahead and stop it until we get this honey in the pot, and we'll go to the next step. All right, folks, I'm going with one last ingredient. I'm not sure if this is going to be a plus or a minus, but I'm going to stick the rest of that butter in there. Okay. Make it a little buttery. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. There's no recipe. This is just coming out of my head and what I think should go in here. And again, the recipes you read, they're going to tell you to put cornstarch and baking powder, baking soda. You know what? I would rather go with butter. I'm going to see what happens. With just a little bit of butter up in here. Oh yeah, this is going to be delicious. But I can tell you right now, I went too heavy on the ketchup. Too heavy on the ketchup. Ketchup should just have been a smidgen of that. Okay. All right, folks. Now I got to clean out my pot and then cook my eggs. All right, so I almost got this cleaned out. Again, this is exactly what I did not want to happen. I have to clean this thing. No big deal. Just set me back about 5 minutes on my dinner time. Folks, got this thing cleaned out. There's a look around. This is what the sauce is looking like with the butter. And right there, of course, I got a Heineken going. Look at this beautiful view, folks. This is beautiful. Beautiful right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take a little bit of this oil. This is Bambi oil. In the Philippines, this is a one of the cheaper oil. And you know, your rice cooker is not going to turn on, just for reference. Your rice cooker's got a spring in it. So if you don't have any weight or anything in there, that thing's not going to cook unless you got some weight in there. For those of you who don't own a rice cooker. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil, not too much. Oh man, it's cheap bottle here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to let that heat up for just a second. And in, we're going to go with the chicken. And I took out one step, you know. What I was going to do first, was fry up that egg. I said, you know what? No, we're going to take that step out. We're just going to cook up this chicken as is. And once it almost gets ready to go, we're just going to add the egg. Save us a step. And to be honest, I really put too much chicken in here. I know it's going to cook down, but number one, I put too much chicken for the size of rice cooker. And number two, it's just me and my old lady, so we've made way too much food. But we're not in the business of wasting food. So what'll happen tonight is we're going to run some of this delicious honey garlic chicken down to the desk clerks, security guard, whoever's lucky enough to be down there when I go down there. All right, get that out of the way. I need a plastic spoon. You know I should have a plastic spoon. All right, so pan down there. So yeah, so now that you got some weight in this thing, then you can put it on cook. See how it's weighted down here now. And I know I need a plastic spoon, and this rice cooker came with a plastic spoon. But the plastic spoon and the little steamer on top, where is it? It's in the village. Because my Filipina forgot it. That's okay. Like I said, it's $10 rice cooker. This thing will probably last longer than I will. Alright, so we're gonna get this cooking. But folks, look at that. I gotta take a photo of that. I mean, let me see if I can get a photo going on that guy, because that is beautiful. My goodness, that should be an Instagram post right here. I might Instagram that. All right, so let this chicken get going. While that chicken is going, just take one more look. This is our sauce. It's going to be the final step. You know, we're here in the Philippines. It's nice and well, actually tonight it's nice. It's like 75 degrees out, but no problem. It's going to melt that up. And I'm going to put, I think I'm going to go with, I may end up just going with one egg. One egg in this bad boy. And you always got to drink beer when you're cooking at the hotel room, folks. If you're cooking in a rice cooker on your balcony in the Philippines at a hotel room, you got to drink beer. But I can promise you right now, this is going to be so delicious. All the guys in the West watching my videos, if you really want to impress your wife, just take this video, do exactly what I did. When your wife comes home, you serve this up to her on a plate. I promise you, she's going to love you. All right. Hey, thanks again, everybody, for tuning into my videos. I'm at like 380 something subscribers. That don't sound like a lot, especially when you got all these idiots like these celebrities with millions and millions of followers. But it's hard for me to believe. I'm just a poor guy from the country. And I'm sitting there trying to think, why would 300 people be interested in what I do? And I'm flattered by that. You know, I wrote a couple books, and you know, a few people read my books. I'm impressed by that. People who read my blogs, and it's very flattering that you know, people read stuff that you've written. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, these cooking shows, when people try to describe taste and smells, okay, first of all, how in the hell do you describe a smell? How do you describe a taste? You can't really describe it without just being, you know, like cookie cutter about it. So how do I describe how this smells? Well, I could say, it smells garlic. It smells like onion. It smells like chicken. Well, no shit. Those are the fucking ingredients in this pot. So I'm not good at describing stuff, but if you watch these cooking shows and listen to what they say when they try to describe the smell or the taste, they really sound like idiots to me. It's a sweet, smoky, blah, blah, blah. There's so many words you can use to describe food. So I'm just going to tell you how it smells. I'm going to use the word, it's D. I'm not going to curse. It just smells delicious. All right, that's it. What else can you say? And it's a kaleidoscope of colors. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Starting to get a little bit of simmering going. And I'm not using the lid, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't want this to steam where it stays moist. I want it to dry out. So I want it to steam off of here. I want this to dry out a little bit. I'm not making soup. I want this to cook off. I want the moisture to cook off. And in my theory, you know, I want the chicken and everything to absorb the honey sauce. So some people may cover it. Yeah, it'll probably cook quicker, but that's not what I'm after. You've already got a lot of juices in there, and I want all that stuff to boil off. I don't want juice. If it doesn't boil off, then I'm going to drain it. I'm not making soup. If you got a big old wok, sound like a redneck. If you have a big nice wok, whatever, and you can heat that thing up, you know, you don't deal with this. But when you're cooking a little rice cooker, you know, you got to adapt and overcome. But it's starting to cook down. It's got a long way to go. Time for another beer. Okay. I almost forgot these green peas. There's a sauce over there. I almost forgot these green peas. So let's add these green peas in here, you know. Green peas, you know, whether you're a big fan of green peas or not, they add color. They add color and a unique flavor. And to be honest, this is probably the first green peas I've ate in a long time. But I happened to be in the place. They had a little small can of green peas. We went with it. So that's cooking off. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be nice and dry like I need it. And then we're going to hit it with the rice and the sauce, and boom, panes. It's going to be delicious. Time for another beer. All right, now, one of the last things we're going to do, I was going to put 1 egg in the mix. My Filipina said, no, you got to put 2 eggs. I think it's going to be too much, but we're just going to go ahead, and there's 1 egg right there. And there's 2 eggs right there. And yeah, I could have whisked this shit up beforehand, but you know what? It's going to cook just as well. It's going to cook just as well when I mix it up in the pan. All right, you don't need a $10 whisk or a bowl. You put the egg in the pot and you start stirring. Now for me, that egg, I mean, maybe 2 is better. Maybe she was right. You know, I'm just looking for the best product. I don't care who to give credit to. I almost looking at it now, I think 2 is better. Because what this egg is doing for me is giving this mix some type of consistency, and it takes the place of the cornstarch, the baking powder, the baking soda, all the yada yada bullshit ingredients that people tell you got to put. Now, throw a couple goddamn eggs in there and keep rocking with it. So now we're starting to see something kind of coming together, but we're still not there yet. We're still not there. We're still cooking. But at this point, I'm on a hair trigger. I'm on high alert on this batch right here, because I don't want it to stick. I don't want it to burn. And I'll tell you what, you know, I would probably, if I started to buy some olive oil. I like cooking with olive oil, but it's expensive. You know, olive oil is like, say $4 a bottle over at the market, and this stuff right here was $1. So you know what, I went with the dollar product. But I'll be honest with you, I wish I would have got the olive oil, because I would love to have that just remote olive oil taste to this concoction right here. I think it would make a subtle difference, but a world of difference at the same time. So look at that, folks. All right, so we're gonna let it cook down some more, and we'll get right back with you. Okay, folks, we're almost to the point. Okay, we got this stuff that's cooked down, getting light and fluffy. So we added 2 eggs up in there. It's time to throw some rice up in there. Still steaming up, so we still got moisture in there. Still got moisture going on, still steaming up. It's time to throw the rice. I'm going to throw the rice to this guy, and I don't think I'm going to be able to put all this rice. So we're going to put like maybe half of this rice right here. Depends on how much I can fit in here. Let's go with that right there. So we got the rice on board. Got the rice on board, and let's keep driving forward. You know, like I said, this is supposed to be honey garlic stir-fried rice in a rice cooker. And this is a small guy. This guy, you know, this guy's doing a good job. He was designed to cook rice, but he's making a hell of a meal for us here. So I'm gonna let this keep going. Stir this up. Keep stirring it up, and I'm gonna swap over two-handed operation here. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is so much rice and chicken. I don't think that our sauce is gonna be enough. And you know what, the little rice cooker is just not hot enough. I don't know if I can call this stir fry. We might be able to call this stir fry. Or we might just call this a hotel room surprise, folks. May just have to call it the hotel room surprise. No matter what you call it, it's going to be delicious. Promise that. It's a little sticky. You got to get it cooked down a little bit drier. We're about to throw the sauce on there. We're about to throw the sauce to this. That's when it's going to get interesting to see what we come out with. When I say stir fry, I really can't say stir fry because we didn't fry anything. I might have to stand corrected. We didn't fry anything, folks. We did not fry anything. Fry means you put some oil and then you fry it, deep fry it. We didn't fry anything. We just made this concoction. Let that cook for just a second. And then we got this wonderful, wonderful sauce. I don't know how it's going to taste. But you know what? You never know till you try things, folks. You never know. But here it goes. Sauce, honey, going down the hatch. And I got a damn spoon caught up in there too. How that spoon got in there? Probably has to do with the fact I've been drinking a little bit. Lost my spoon. Put that over there. Right, let's get it stirred up. Let's get it stirred up and see how this is gonna go. Yep, so this ain't exactly stir fry. This has turned out to be a little bit different dish than I thought it was gonna be. A little bit different dish. It's turned out to be more like a soup. Right here. You know, it has turned out to be more like a soupy, sweet something or another. But, baby, you're choking me. Come a little closer and choke. There you go. The thing about it is, we're going to eat this. We're going to eat it, and luckily, we got enough rice over there. What we're going to do is serve this over a bed of rice. But take a look in there. That's not exactly stir fry. That's more like just absolutely hotel room delicious. If you can make a better meal in a hotel room on the balcony than this, then I want to come eat. Just invite me over for dinner, please, because I'm going to come eat. All right, I'm going to cook it a little bit, plate it. We'll let you know how it tastes. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining in this little cooking show. Okay, folks, now we got a problem. My Filipina went to the ref and brought this leftover chicken from Yellow Cab Pizza. Now, the only reason that I suspect she did that is because she is thinking that my meal here is not delicious. That's okay. Because if she don't want to eat it, me and the homeless people down the street, we're going to eat the hell out of this right here. I promise you. Alright, I just pulled a plug on that. And I'm going to plate it. And if she wants to eat that damn yellow cab pizza stuff, that's up to her. It's going to be delicious. Alright folks, time to plate this. Now like I said, we're going to do half and half. Yeah, we're just going to put it on here, see how it turns out. Oh shit, that's definitely not stir fry. But I'm going to tell you, I'm definitely not giving up on the fact that it's going to be delicious. Alright, bring that other plate, baby. Thank you very much. Okay, this is my plate here, so I'm going big. Go big or go home. Put it on the white rice over there. Let's get a little flavor and a little color mixed in with the white rice. You know what I mean? Look at that, folks. God damn, that's not stir fry, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna be some kind of delicious. I'm going for one more scoop. I don't give a shit. Look at that. I'm gonna stir this up one more time. All right, baby, that's good. Thank you. Stir this up right here, folks. That's delicious. This is what a final plating looks like. Look at that right there. That's not stir fry. It's more like soup. All right, folks. Try not to get my goddamn cord. I want you to check this out, though. To me, that is not exactly stir fry, but for a hotel room, I'm gonna tell you. And pardon the wires here, but I'm just trying to work on my audio. I'm just gonna take a little splash of garlic salt on the corner. Get the Heineken out of the way. And I'm gonna take a little Parmesan cheese, just to see what we got here on the corner and marry it up like that. All right, and I'm gonna take a big bite of this. I'm gonna let you know how this little concoction tastes right here. I'll be honest with you too. Folks, that is so damn delicious. I'm questioning why I doubted myself. Stir fry ain't got nothing. I think I want to call this the Mark Dog Surprise. This is absolutely delicious. Thanks for joining me. I would talk some more, but this is so delicious. We're about to tear this up. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for watching, but it's time for me to eat this beautiful, wonderful meal, and I will come up with an official name. Obviously, it'll be in the title and down in the description. But if you want to make this right here for your wife, to all my gentlemen friends, she will love you. I promise you. All right, folks. Peace out. Thanks for joining me.